Now for an update on sports stories across the globe, Aaron the Baron Akerijola joins us. Good morning, Aaron.
A very good morning to you.
Yes.
Good morning to you.
Hi, Aaron.
Adefemi, and good morning to you, Doctor. Let's study close to home this time around as the man that has become synonymous with chess in Nigeria, talking about Tunde Onokoya, has officially broken the Guinness World Record for the longest chess marathon. All right. The previous one stood at 61 hours plus, but as it stands right now, he's been able to notch out an impressive 62 hours, and there are talks that he's still going for 70 hours.
Wow.
And so Tunde Onokoya added another feather to his cap. Of course, he did that. By his side was a U.S. chess master, Sean Martinez. I could see them there hugging and shaking and celebrating what they've actually done. There you can see this timestamp actually crossing 61 hours, already been recognized by the official Guinness World Record as the holders of this particular record. So kudos to him, and long may he continue. He's done Nigeria proud, and he keeps doing Nigeria proud, I must say. Away from that to the Premier League quickly, let's actually go through how things actually played out this weekend. And starting it off with Liverpool, Liverpool relegated Leicester City with Alexander-Arnold actually scoring that very impressive goal. Of course, looking at how things are actually we know he will be leaving at the end of the season. So a lot has been touted as this is a send-off for him. And he's talking about that particular moment of scoring that goal with his left foot and how remarkable and how memorable it will be. Of course, you can actually see Liverpool looking like a team waiting in the lines to just pick up that title. So pressing it further, of course, Fulham lost to Chelsea yesterday. Neto scoring a screamer to do a smash and grab the Manchester United back to their old ways, losing again in front of their old crowd. Sarabia with that particular deft free kick. And Arsenal took to the cleaners. Ipswich Town beating them 4-0. So you look at how things stand in the race for the Champions League is getting hotter and hotter. Chelsea have risen to 5th. And let's see what happens when Nottingham Forest actually play their outstanding game. Away from that quickly, we spoke about Leicester City and the fact that Leicester City have been relegated from the Premier League as it stands right now. Nigeria's Wilfred Onyedide will be relegated. There are talks that he might have to consider his future away from the King Power Stadium. Because as it stands right now, I think he's run his course and the team will be going down. Maybe he doesn't have a relegation clause, so that would actually hamper a new deal going forward. Away from that, in the Spanish Premier Division, yesterday it was a hard-fought game. Athletic Bilbao against Real Madrid. Real Madrid were hoping to keep tabs with Barcelona, who won on Saturday. And one man, Feli Valverde, producing a screamer that sent the stadium in rapturous applause. That particular finish was top draw. I must actually say, if we press it further, this man was one of the guests in that particular Santiago Bernabeu, talking about Novak Djokovic, and Novak Djokovic could not hide his expression. They can actually help us press it further to the next one. Novak Djokovic just literally lost it when he saw that particular screamer actually coming in, and unbelievable. He's played some top draw tennis in his life. He's seen some major shots, but that still surprised them. Okay, away from that, in the Nigeria Premier Football League, as it stands right now, Remo Stars are still the team to beat if they can actually catch them. Of course, Katsina United beating Abia Warriors, Eyimba beating Kano Pillars, and not forgetting Rivers United beating Sunshine, and 3SC losing to Remo, and Remo showing that they are not slipping up. That title is almost in the bag. As we press it further, all right, results from match 34 sees Remo still holding fort, 65 points at the moment. They will actually win the Premier League as it stands right about now. And quickly from the Nigeria Premier, talking about the Nigeria Premier League, Cheodiko was in France, and he has actually spoken because NTA and almost all the value chain were in France to talk about how they can end the media blackout that is happening in Nigeria, because as it stands right now, we do not have enough sporting events being shown. But they are trying to put that in, they're trying to make that a thing of the past, as they've signed with a French outfit there, Thompson in France, to try to merge everything, bring the resources of NTA, bring the resources from the private sector, and also what IMG is bringing to the table with the hope of trying to begin to produce content, not just for football now, for basketball, for volleyball, and ensure that they can sell this content, and let's see how it goes. So we're looking forward to how things will play out. But in the meantime, Formula One, Oscar Piastri is looking like the man to beat this season. He's actually had 3 on the trot. And some are saying the moniker Piastri, all right, winning the Saudi Grand Prix. There, Piastri coming in first, Verstappen second, and Leclerc third. Lewis Hamilton falling way, way behind, of course, 7th. And finally, Doctor, one man should not be crossed. If you have problems with him, please settle it off the ring, because he's showing that he's now one of the best boxers around.
Portable.
Yes!
Zazuze!
Yes. Because over the course of the weekend, on Friday night, people thought that the bigger frame Akpi, public Speed Darlington, was going to, but he was beaten blue black.
He was Juju.
He was beaten blue black. As a matter of fact, Akpi was spotted with a sling on his arm because. So this is the second person he's taken down. He first beat Charles Okocha, the actor.
Yeah.
Now, Burna Boy was so excited about this because there is no love lost between Burna Boy and Speed Darlington that he gifted Portable 20 million naira cash.
Well, I mean, the thing to emphasize here is the statement by the MBBOC chairman.
Yeah.
He had said he appreciates the fact that these celebrities are promoting boxing and drawing attention to it, but he talked about safety, about security. He said they should wear, mouth guard, they should wear the boxing headgear, but I didn't see safety precautions having been taken.
It's an exhibition badge.
Exhibitions
that have parameters usually, because when you saw Tyson go against Paul, there were no safety gears. It's an exhibition match. There's how much you can go. There's what you can do.
I assume that the chairman of the MBB Board of Boxing Control, we know what he's talking about safety, but. It's exciting, it's entertaining, and Zazuze is establishing himself as a champion of the street.
Yes, he is.
Yes. And he has told Speed Darlington, who is asking for a rematch, to go and do his own juju and come back. The Flamingos, they were able to beat Algeria under 17 World Cup. There will be a return leg.
Yes.
But they are getting closer to qualifying for the under-17 Women's World Cup in Morocco. Morocco, by the way, won the under-17 AFCON title this year for the very first time. Max Verstappen is saying he cannot criticize Formula One. Otherwise, he will be victimized. That's the major fallout. Oscar Piastri, as you said, won. But Max Verstappen was
always has something to say.
0.5 seconds.
Always has something to say.
And then he lost. Anyway, thank you very much.
It was a pleasure.
Aaron.